Hey there, V-Rising adventurers! Aiden Mist here, and welcome back to another exciting video on all things V-Rising. Before we head in, I just want to say how amazed I am by the positive feedback from my previous V-Rising Secrets video. You guys are awesome, and your support motivates me to keep bringing you more tips and tricks to enhance your vampire adventures. Once again, I want to give a huge shout out to the incredible V-Rising community on Reddit. Your contributions and insights have been invaluable in compiling these secrets. This video wouldn't be possible without you, so thank you. Now, let's sink our fangs into 39 more V-Rising secrets that you probably didn't know about, covering both PC and the PS5 versions. Get ready to level up your gameplay. First up, let's talk about the often overlooked worker blood type. If you're not utilizing this before resource farming, you're missing out on a game-changing advantage. Here's the deal: drink worker blood before you start gathering resources, even if it's just 1% quality. The higher the quality, the better the benefits. Why is it so crucial, you might say? Worker blood provides two major bonuses: 10% to 30% increased resource yield and 15 to 25% increased damage against resource objects. Imagine chopping down trees, mining ore, or harvesting plants at a significantly faster rate while getting more resources per action. This can dramatically speed up your initial base building process, giving you a solid head start in the game. So next time you're planning a resource run, make sure to hunt down a worker first. Now, let's gallop into our second secret: the hidden potential of horses. Did you know that each horse in V-Rising comes with random stats? This means you can potentially find a superior mount by checking multiple horses. For the perfectionists out there, here are the max stats you should be looking for: speed 11, acceleration 7, and rotation 14. But what do these stats mean? Max speed determines the highest velocity your horse can reach. Acceleration affects how quickly your horse reaches its top speed. Rotation speed influences how well your horse can turn and maneuver. Finding a horse with high stats in all three categories can give you a significant advantage in both exploration and combat situations. So don't settle for the first horse you find. You should take the time to find your perfect steed. Here's a secret that can save you a lot of time and effort. There are 3 bosses that frequently cross paths and engage in battle with each other in the Farbane Woods. These formidable foes are Alpha the White Wolf, Lydia the Chaos Archer, and Goreswine the Ravager. Now, here's where it gets interesting. If you happen to be in the area when these bosses clash, you can use their fight to your advantage. Wait nearby, observe the battle, and when one boss is clearly winning, jump in and attack the victor. This strategy allows you to potentially defeat 2 V-Blood bosses in a single encounter. Not only does this save you time, but it also conserves your resources and health. It's a clever way to punch above your weight class and acquire powerful abilities earlier than you normally would. Speaking of boss battles, here's another golden opportunity you shouldn't miss. In the Haunted Iron Mine in Dunley Farmlands, 2 powerful bosses have intersecting patrol routes: Meredith the Bright Archer and Creek the Undead General. Eventually, these 2 will engage in combat. This presents a perfect chance for you to defeat both of them, even on brutal difficulty. Here's why this is particularly valuable. Defeating Meredith allows you to craft your first Holy Resistance potion, which is crucial for surviving in areas with strong holy presence. Additionally, this encounter is an excellent way to start farming the Scholar blood type, which can significantly boost your spell power. So, keep an eye on the Haunted Iron Mine. When you hear the sounds of battle, it's time to make your move. Now, let's talk about a strategy that can make boss fights much more manageable, using the battle against Angora the Spider Queen as an example. Before engaging Angora, take the time to clear out the surrounding area, particularly the cocoons. These cocoons can spawn additional enemies during the fight, making an already challenging encounter even more chaotic. Here's a step-by-step strategy. You should first enter Angora's area, clear out the cocoons and any other potential threats, leave the area briefly to reset the boss, and then re-enter to initiate the boss again and win. By doing this, you're essentially controlling the battlefield. You'll face Angora in a much more predictable environment, allowing you to focus solely on the boss without random elements throwing off your strategy. This principle applies to many boss fights in V-Rising. Always assess the battlefield and remove potential complications before engaging your primary target. Let's cool things down with our next secret, the true power of the Cold Snap skill. This Frost Shield is far more than just a defensive ability. It's a potent offensive tool when used correctly. Here's what makes Cold Snap exceptional. It blocks incoming projectiles. Each blocked projectile deals significant damage to the attacker. It can freeze multiple enemies, buying you time to heal or reposition. In boss fights, where you face numerous projectiles like the battle with Nicholas the Fallen, Cold Snap becomes invaluable. Position yourself to intercept as many projectiles as possible, turning the boss's attacks against them. Moreover, in fights with many adds like the Nibbles encounter, you can use Cold Snap to freeze groups of enemies. This creates windows of opportunity for healing, escaping, or launching a counterattack. Master the use of Cold Snap and you'll find many challenging encounters becoming much more easier. Here's a secret that turns the tables in the Sacred Silver Mine. The workers here are not your enemies. In fact, they're more than willing to fight alongside you against their oppressor, Sir Magnus the Overseer. Here's how to use this to your advantage. First, enter the Sacred Silver Mine, free the trapped workers, and engage Sir Magnus. And you should watch as the freed workers join the fight against him. The best part? Even if Sir Magnus manages to defeat some workers, they will respawn throughout the fight. This constant stream of allies makes the battle not only easier, but also more engaging and fun. Remember, in V-Rising, not every NPC is your enemy. Sometimes a little kindness can turn potential foes into valuable allies. Speaking of NPCs with long memories, let's talk about the Bandit Trapper Camp. The bears and wolves trapped here have excellent memories, and they don't take kindly to their captors. If you free these animals, they'll immediately seek revenge on Killy the Frost Archer, the V-Blood boss of this area. This creates a chaotic battle that you can use to your advantage. Here's how you can orchestrate this animal uprising. You can go into the Bandit Trapper Camp, locate and free the trapped bears and wolves, and watch as they charge towards Killy. You should join the fray when Killy is distracted and weakened. This strategy not only makes the fight easier, but also adds an element of poetic justice to your vampire adventures. Who said vampires can't be friends with animals? The Blood Moon is more than just a pretty sight in V-Rising. It is a powerful event that can give you a significant edge in combat, especially during boss battles. During a Blood Moon, your current blood quality is boosted by 20%, you gained a 10% movement speed buff, and all damage modifiers from your blood type are increased by 20%. To make the most of this event, keep an eye out on the sky for the telltale red glow. When the Blood Moon rises, prioritize challenging content. Take on tough bosses or clear difficult areas. Don't forget to hunt high-quality blood types during this time for an even bigger boost. Remember, the Blood Moon is a random event that replaces the normal night, so be ready to adjust your plans when it occurs. A savvy vampire always seizes these moments of power. In V-Rising, the difference between victory and defeat often comes from preparation. One of the best ways to prepare for tough encounters, especially on brutal difficulty, is by utilizing potions. Here are some game-changing brews to consider. The Brew of Ferocity will boost your physical damage output, the Enchanted Brew will increase your spell power, the Vampiric Brew will enhance your life leech abilities, the Witch Potion provides various magical enhancements, and the Potion of Rage increases overall damage output. Before heading into a challenging fight, Take a moment to assess which potions would benefit your playstyle and the specific encounter. The right combination of potions can turn the tide of battle in your favor. Here's a crafting secret that many players overlook: the value of sawdust. As you process wood, you'll accumulate a lot of sawdust. Don't let it go to waste. Here's how you can turn this byproduct into valuable schematics. Use sawdust to craft paper in the paper press. You can turn the paper into scrolls, and finally convert scrolls into schematics. This process is an excellent way to unlock everything in your research stations, the research desk, the study, or the Athenaeum. By following this crafting chain, you're essentially turning a waste product into valuable knowledge, accelerating your technological progress in the game. For those who've reached the endgame content, here's a secret about Tier 2 Rift Incursions that you might not know. While battling bosses in these events, you're not just earning rewards, you're also maintaining your power. During Tier 2 Rift Incursions, your shard's durability is restored, your blood pool is replenished. What does this mean? To primarily participate in these events, you can potentially keep your favorite blood type indefinitely. This is a game changer for those who found the perfect blood type for their playstyle. This segment will focus on the often overlooked Blood Hunger mode. After defeating Tristan the Vampire Hunter, you unlock this ability, which is crucial for efficient blood quality hunting. When activated, Blood Hunger mode will highlight potential victims and shows their blood type and quality. While it might not be the most visually appealing mode, it is incredibly useful for finding high-quality blood. Always activate Blood Hunger mode when you're on the hunt for a specific blood type or looking to upgrade your current blood quality. Wow, we've covered a lot of ground already, and we're not even halfway through. Before we continue, I want to take a moment to ask for your support. If you're finding these tips helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me continue creating content like this for the V-Rising community. Alright, vampire lords and ladies, let's go back into it. Don't walk past those trading caravans you see scattered across the realms. These seemingly innocent vehicles are actually gold mines waiting to be plundered. Here's what you need to know. Trading carts can be found in multiple zones, including Farbane Woods, Dunley Farmlands, Silverlight Hills, and more. They're guarded, so be prepared for a fight. Once you defeat the guards, break open the cart itself. Inside, you'll find a chest filled with valuable loot. This is an excellent way to acquire resources and items you might be struggling to find elsewhere. Just remember, the difficulty of the guards will vary depending on the zone, so assess your strength before engaging. The Cursed Forest is one of the most challenging areas in V-Rising, primarily due to its sickness-inducing atmosphere. But fear not, I've got two strategies to help you conquer this treacherous terrain. There is the Wisp method, where you should look for wisps floating around the forest, interact with them for temporary protection against the Cursed Forest sickness. Shroud of the Forest method requires you to defeat Ben the Wanderer to unlock the Shroud of the Forest recipe. You should after craft and equip the Shroud for full permanent protection. For those unfamiliar with the Curse of the Forest debuff, it is a constantly building effect while in the area. At 100%, your viewing distance decreases dramatically. A thick fog covers both your minimap and the main map. By using either of these methods, you can explore the Cursed Forest freely, accessing its unique resources and challenges without the constant threat of the curse. As you progress in V-Rising, you'll unlock a game-changing ability called Blood Merlot. Here's why it's superior to regular blood extraction. It consumes fewer health points from your victim, it induces less misery, and it keeps your prisoners happier and healthier. There are no disadvantages compared to regular extraction. To unlock Blood Merlot, progress to Act 4 in Silverlight Hills, and after you get there, you should defeat Baron Dubuchon de Sommelier. Once you have Blood Merlot, there is no reason to use regular extraction anymore. It is more efficient and humane, if vampires care about such things. For those of you running a vampire prison, and who isn't, here's a secret to boost your prisoner's blood quality to the max. You can use Irradiant Gruel to raise a prisoner's blood quality up to 100%. Each use increases blood quality by 1 to 2%. However, be warned, there's a 35% chance of turning your prisoner into a raging mutant. To unlock Irradiant Gruel, you should defeat Angron the Purifier and craft it after using the newly unlocked recipe. While risky, this method can provide you with a constant supply of high-quality blood, giving you a significant edge in combat and crafting. Need a quick health boost, but don't want to use resources? Here's a simple trick. Enter your coffin, wait a few seconds, and exit with restored health. It's quick, it's free, and it doesn't consume any of your resources. Just remember, you can only have one active coffin at a time, so choose its location wisely. Why spend time running around gathering resources when you can grow them at home? Gardening in V-Rising is not just a hobby, it's a game changer. Here's why. It provides a steady supply of crucial resources like sunflowers and grapes, it saves you time on resource runs, and allows you to focus on other activities while your garden grows. Start small and expand your garden as you progress. Before you know it, you'll have a thriving plantation right in your castle grounds. For all of you completionists out there, here's a secret that leads to an achievement. You head into the silver mine, you transform into a rat, and you look for a blocked passage that only rats can access. Squeeze through to find a secret area and earn an achievement. This secret not only adds to your achievement count, but also showcases the importance of shape-shifting abilities in exploration. V-Rising isn't just about power, it's about style too. Here are two customization secrets. First, we have the fashion slot. Each gear piece has a separate fashion slot. You can equip an item in the fashion slot to keep its appearance regardless of what you're actually wearing. Access fashion slots through the color changing menu. You shouldn't forget that you can recolor your gear. You can add cosmetic items in the colors menu for even more customization. With these features, you can look fabulous while still wearing your most powerful gear. After all, what's the point of being a vampire if you cannot do it in style? Want to add some atmosphere to your castle? Here's a little known feature. Unlock the music box by completing the Broaden Horizons quest at the end of Act 1. Place the music box in your castle and then select your favorite background music to play while you're at home. The Broaden Horizons quest requires you to discover how to unlock iron smelting and explore beyond Farbane Woods. Once completed, you can turn your castle into a gothic nightclub or a serene sanctuary. The choice is yours. For those times when you're tired of your vampire's look, V-Rising has a solution. You can build a mirror in your castle and then interact with it to change your appearance completely. You can modify your vampire's body type, skin tone, face, eye color, hairstyle, hair color, and add or remove features and accessories. There are no restrictions, so feel free to reinvent yourself as often as you like. After all, eternal life is long, why not mix it up now and then? Here's a devious trick that's particularly useful in PvP scenarios. Capture people who turn into werewolves in the Cursed Forest. Keep them as prisoners near your castle entrance. At night, they will transform and break out of their cages. When raiders come, simply open the door and let your pets handle the intruders. While this might not be as useful in PvE, it's an incredibly creative defense mechanism for PvP servers. Just imagine the surprise on the raiders' faces when they're suddenly faced with a pack of werewolves. Wow! We've covered so many secrets and we're still not done. V-Rising truly is a game that keeps on giving. Before we move on to our next batch of secrets, I want to remind you all to hit that like button if you're finding these tips helpful. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel for more V-Rising content. Your support helps me continue creating videos like this one. Alright fellow vampires, are you ready for even more V-Rising secrets? I know I am. You might think Scarecrows are just for decoration, but in V-Rising, they're hiding a dark secret. Scarecrows have a small chance of coming to life when attacked. Find them in places like the abandoned farm or the castle area next to the crater in Dunley Farmlands. When defeated, they drop 1 to 5 Scourge Stone, planks during the day, and a rare Scarecrow mask headgear. The abandoned farm is a hotspot for Scarecrows, so if you're looking to farm some Scourge Stone or try your luck at getting the Scarecrow mask, that's the place to be. Remember that rat form we talked about earlier? Well, it's not just for squeezing through tight spaces. Rat form hides your display name, making it perfect for PvP stealth and ambushes. Be cautious though, some perceptive B-blood carriers and enemies in Silverlight can still detect you. This ability can be a game changer in PvP scenarios, allowing you to scout enemy bases or set up surprise attacks without being immediately identified. For those of you with green thumbs, despite being undead, here's a crucial gardening tip. There's a seed cooldown that limits how many seeds you can get at once. The order in which you harvest really matters. Always harvest your most valuable or needed plants first to ensure you get those seeds. For example, if you have 100 roses and 100 cotton planted, harvest roses first if you want rose seeds, and you can harvest cotton first if you want cotton seeds. This simple trick can help you maintain a steady supply of your most important crop. There's a particularly lucrative spot in Brighthaven, the city in Silverlight Hills. You should look for a rich house near the north entrance. Inside, you'll find a chest and about 6 cupboards. These containers are often filled with valuable loot. This location can be a great spot for quick resource runs, especially if you're in need of high-tier materials. For all your combat enthusiasts, here's an interesting tidbit about the Hard Strike ability. The initial damage ticks scale with physical power and deal physical damage. However, the heal and explosion scale with spell power and deal magic damage. Here's a breakdown of Hard Strike. You dash forward and strike enemies in a line, you deal 150% magic damage, you also heal yourself for 150% of your spell power over 3.5 seconds, and at the end, a Nova of Blood erupts, dealing 150% magic damage and inflicting leech on the victim and nearby enemies. Understanding this dual nature can help you optimize your build and gear choices for maximum effectiveness. Here's a quirky interaction you might not have noticed. Polura the Feywalker will not attack you if you approach her in wolf or bear form. This can be useful for scouting or getting close to her without initiating combat. Just remember to shift back to vampire form when you're ready to engage. North Gloomrot can be a dangerous place, especially with those lightning strikes. But here's a tip to help you survive. Use a fire resistance potion to mitigate a significant portion of the damage. This works because much of the damage comes from the fire created by the lightning strikes. This simple trick can make exploring North Gloomrot much more manageable, allowing you to stay in the area longer and farm more efficiently. Here's a time-saving tip that many players overlook. You can pick up items while on horseback. This includes harvesting plants without dismounting. The mounted attack cleaves through more plants than a standing auto attack. This technique is particularly useful for efficient farming. By staying mounted, you can cover more ground quickly and harvest large areas in less time. Here is a simple but incredibly useful inventory management tip. If you use Ctrl plus right click on an item, you will move all the stacks of that item. This can save you a lot of time when sorting through your inventory or moving resources between containers. There's a common misconception about stun resistance in V-Rising. Here's the truth. Stun resistance doesn't decrease the amount of damage the sun does. Instead, it increases the time you can stay in the sun before you start taking damage. For actually reducing sun damage, you will need fire resistance potions. Understanding this distinction can help you better prepare for daytime excursions and manage your vampire's exposure to sunlight more effectively. For all you base building enthusiasts out there, here's a secret to creating more aesthetically pleasing paths and carpets. You can hold shift while placing paths or carpets to disable the large grid snapping. This allows you to offset and arrange these elements more precisely. The result is a nicer, more natural looking paths and more interesting carpet arrangements. The simple trick can dramatically improve the look of your base, making it feel less rigid and more organic. When you need to clear a large area of plants quickly, here's a pro tip. The Sword's Whirlwind Attack and the Reaper's Tendon Swing skill are excellent for clearing plants fast. These skills share the same cooldown, so you can alternate between them. In between, you use the Reaper's Howling Reaper skill to continue clearing while the others are on cooldown. This combination of skills allows you to clear large areas of vegetation quickly and efficiently, perfect for when you need to gather a lot of plant resources or clear land for building. Here's a slightly cheesy but effective strategy for dealing with holy bosses. You can use Dominating Presence on any non or holy NPC near the boss. The holy boss will often bug out, staring at the charmed human instead of attacking you. This is likely due to the boss trying to heal the dominated holy human, but since it's on your side, the AI gets confused. While this might be considered an exploit by some, it can be a lifesaver when you're struggling with a particularly tough holy boss. For those exploring the Cursed Forest, there are some important things to note. There are no active human settlements in the area. You will find remnants of villages, but they are now inhabited by the undead. Humans can be found in Spider Cave, trapped in silk cocoons, and breaking these cocoons has a random chance of freeing a human. However, there's a catch. These humans don't have the Cursed Forest Hunter perk. This perk is exclusive to werewolf villagers from Graceful Village. This information is crucial for players looking to optimize their blood types while exploring this dangerous area. The final secret is a small but immersive detail you might have missed. The sun clock in the top right corner of your screen isn't just for show. It actually corresponds with the in-game sun's position. Light in the game world shines from whatever direction the time is shown on that little sun map. This detail can be useful for planning your outdoor activities, understanding shadow directions, and even for creative base building that takes advantage of natural lighting. And there you have it, fellow vampires! 39 more secrets that will help you master the world of V-Rising. From efficient resource gathering, clever combat strategies, and base building tips, these secrets cover every aspect of the game. I really hope you found these tips and tricks useful, and remember, V-Rising is a game that rewards exploration and experimentation, so don't be afraid to try new things and discover your own secrets. Before we wrap up, I want to thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on more V-Rising content. Your support means the world to me and helps me continue creating videos like this one. Until next time, have fun, stay deadly, and keep rising. And I'll see you in the next video.